Give it up for my assistant. Wait to cash it till Tuesday. Okay, all right, we're good. All right, so you guys ready for SK's big book launch, huh? Pretty exciting. Yeah. Grandpa's Keys, amazing accomplishment. 2 copies sold, huh? Pretty amazing. Although, isn't she great for the front row? Yeah. She's like the bomb. And we're still waiting for counts from Iceland and Antarctica. So, night is still young. Okay. Are you guys all vaccinated?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Some guy at the bar is like bringing that crap up again. Great. I'm not gonna tell anybody, bro. It's I'm all, like, it's just so great to have everybody out again, right? It was like we were living in the 50s. All that like board games and repressed homosexuality. It just it gets to you. What did you guys do? Like, what did you do during COVID? So, right? Yeah, I didn't do it. Exactly. That's right. You ate? Yeah, I ate. Okay, so we got bubble friends. You got bubble friends? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we had bubble friends, and the crazy thing about these guys, they were deathly allergic to peanuts, like seriously allergic. And the crazy thing is, they could never seem to taste it in my chili. What's the point of having an EpiPen if you can't jam it in someone's chest every once in a while? You know what I mean? Netflix is only going to take you so far. Okay, you got to make up the rest on your own. But I'm vaccinated. I'm always curious what vaccination they got, right? Because there was 3 different kinds, right? There was Pfizer, Moderna, and that one. Nice knowing you. Yeah. And I got the one with 2 shots. The first one, I felt better after the shot than I did before. Like, I woke up, I was clear-headed, I was really like, felt good, and I could shoot webs through my wrist. I'm just like, good stuff. And then did you guys get sick on the second one? You got sick? Okay, for like a day? We haven't got all day, bro. Come on. I think it was a day. I actually, on the second one, I actually felt high. Like, I walked away and I'm like, wow. I'm going to need a few more of these vaccines for a party I'm going this weekend. Okay. And the night went on. I'm like, still feeling pretty high. Kind of like you are now. Okay, wait. I feel you, bro. I feel you. I was like, did I get the right vaccine? Because, and I thought about it, like, I watched him do everything, you know, the way he heated the spoon. Right to me. And then he put it on the mirror, you know. Wow, I'm vaccinated. Hey, government wants to control me. Boom, they can control me all they want. And it might be government control, right? It might be a shameless ploy for corporate profits, but it's the only way that I can get into Chili's to get those delicious jalapeno poppers. So now I've got 2 shots in my left-hand side. It's like Winter Soldier, bro. Come at me. I'm just kidding. No. This side is more like mall cop, you know? All right. Sorry, girls, I'm taking it. But it was weird. It was a weird time. It was a weird time. It was just like everywhere you went was weird, you know? And just even like when remember that guy got COVID at first? He got COVID, and then he recovered, and he's like, I'm better, and I say we reopen the country. And I wonder, would he have said the same thing if he had died? And then I go, like, just everywhere you went, it was crazy. I go into Home Depot, and I'm like, hey, I need a piece of wood, 17 inches by 19 inches. And he's like, what is that, some kind of square? Yeah, not according to the Sesame Street. I've been watching. I just, no, I paid you to laugh at that one. What did you It's so good to be here, though. I'm really, you guys, that first show, they were just friends. You guys are family. You know what I'm saying? You got $20, but okay. So a little bit about me. It's kind of crazy. You might not know it by looking at me. I have 5 dads. 5 dads. My mom was like the Tom Brady of divorce. She's like always looking for that next ring. You know? Some people, a lot of people collect like rare posters or stamps. My mom collects dysfunctional white men. Oh, that's a Jerry Jim, circa 1945. Gotta have them. Yeah. Thanks, Mom. That's another day. And it was always confusing growing up on the playground, right? Because people would be like, hey, my dad can beat up your dad. And they're like, well, yeah, maybe this one. But you should have seen the last. I'll wait for the next part. I said, she's a man. Give her a hand, lady. I said, yeah, maybe this one, but not the last one. He had a powerful punch. You should have seen the way he hit the road. It was confusing, though, and my favorite movies growing up were Star Wars series, right? Because you had to, yeah. This guy's like 5 minutes later. I know Star Wars. If they got any Cheetos in the back, we need some. Because in Star Wars, you had this strange man telling this young boy, like, I am your father. I'm like, this is the best documentary I've ever seen. The Empire Strikes Back. Or we like to call it our house every other September. Are you guys ready for your first comic? Yeah. All right. She is on podcast. She was on, she headlined at the Punchline and at Cobb's. Give it up for Nicole Tran.
Trời ơi, bạn đi một tuần, tao không gặp mày mà bụng mày vẫn thù lù. Please feel free to sing along if you know the words. Em thân Việt Nam. Last week, I went to a black comedy club in Auckland. All the sisters looked at me like, uh-oh. Somebody forgot to pay the bill at the nail salon. Please forgive me the way I speak. There are some letters in the English language that I cannot pronounce. I could tell you which one they are, but I cannot pronounce them. But sometimes language barrier can be to my advantage. One time my boss said, she likes hair that's curly. I thought she says I could go home early. She told me, you need to pay attention. I thought she said, you need a paid vacation. My car is a Hyundai accent. When people hear me speak, they ask me, hey, where's your accent from? I say, I used a lot in Fremont. Many intersections in Fremont have cameras. What an expensive way to get a selfie. I got a selfie in the mail. $479, man. Last week, an American guy asked me, are you nuts? I said, why? Are you allergic? Another guy told me he was a vegan. I say, vegan? I love Star Trek. Beam me up a blue-eyed white guy. Oh, Asian girl, I like white guy. That joke for you, sir. When I first learned English, I start with simple phrases like, how do you do? Or, I'm happy to meet you. Or, not tonight, I have a headache. I won a beauty contest for girls who speak bad English. I'm now the brand new 2022 Miss Pronounce. You, sister. At college, they told me I need student loan. I thought they would loan me a student to help me with my homework. They asked me, what kind of loan you want? I said, give me a blue-eyed white guy. Many of them in the libraries, I go there and check out a book. Instead, I check out blue-eyed white guys. They say, you must stop and smell the roses. I got stung by a bee. To help me with my English, I joined Toastmaster. Why not? That's my favorite appliance. I use it every day. I'm a master of toast. Sometimes I master English muffin. Tomorrow I master a frozen waffle. Last winter, the weatherman says there will be showers. So I bring my loofah. Last week he said it's going to sprinkle. So I make cupcakes. I grew up in a town called Bà Chiếu. I understand now in my hometown, they have a big Apple store. They also sell bananas and kumquat. I really like you. They don't sell iPhone 10. They sell big fat hand. We always have picnic at the beach. The seagulls were annoying, but so tasty. We had a parrot. He always talked. Sáng giờ đói bụng quá, cho miếng cơm đâu quá. That means police want some rice. I had a turbulent childhood, man. I remember my first swimming lesson. My father threw me into the Mekong River. I ended up in the Philippines. When I was a kid, we played ding dong ditch. We did not have doorbell. We just ditched our friend ding dong. In Vietnam, to cook. In Vietnam, to cook, we stuff organ with wood, light it on fire. When we first come here, this is how my aunt destroyed our first microwave oven. I learned how to gamble. When I was a kid, we bet on card games like Old Mate and Go Fish. Except when I win Go Fish, I actually come home with a real fish. My mother asked me, if you actually win that fish on a card game, whatever you do, keep on gambling. My cousin Bing Bing snores. She snores like this. Bing 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 bing. It can be annoying and scary, especially when she's driving. Bing bing, wake up, turn off your blinker. Back in my country, Bing Bing was the life of the party. The Communist Party Bing Bing always dream of winning a lottery so she can go back to Vietnam, buy our entire village, and raise the rent. I pay my mother to do my daily chores for $25. She does my laundry. For $15, she cleans my room. I pay her $10 an hour to surf the internet for blue-eyed white guys. That's true, dude. My mother doesn't believe in psychic reading, but she's happy to tell me that I have no future. I like white guys with blue eyes, but he must have two of them. I don't date Australian Shepherd. This is a hip crowd, man. The last guy I dated worked at a racetrack cleaning up after horses. I always look for a man with a stable job. I love music from the 1980s. Even to this day, I still answer the phone like this. Hello, is it me you're looking for? He says, no. Where's your cousin, Bing Bing? Thank you very much for coming to support live comedy. And by the way, I don't have a green car. Please do not tell anybody that you saw me here tonight.
Give it up for Nicole Tran. And while we're at it, the whole Communist Party. You know what I'm saying? So you guys, this venue, Fame on Broadway, just opened up for 2 years. Where's Francesca? Do we have Francesca? Right in the back. Her and her partner, Carl. Give them a good hand. Thank you for making this such a great venue. Yeah. If any of you guys want to rent this venue, by the way, they're now open for business. If you guys have a celebration, corporate event, I'll open up. And tip your waitresses and waiters. Okay, moving on. All right, I'm working out. This is kind of late for me. You guys have kids? Yeah. You have kids? No. Okay, I have 3 kids. Yeah. I know. I don't look that responsible, but look, there's my 12-year-old sucking down a gin and tonic in the back. No, we only wanted 2 kids, but we got 3, so it wasn't a well-planned event. It was, however, well executed. So kids, they say that it was well executed. No, kids they say the strangest things. Like my daughter comes up to me, and just so you guys, if you never have kids, know this, they just come out of the blue. She goes, Daddy, I love cats. And sometimes, Daddy, I wish you were a cat. I'm like, well, why do you wish Daddy was a cat? And she goes, because then I'd have a cat. Thanks, honey. And even my son. So during COVID, all my in-laws are around, right? People I'm trying to impress, my parents. He comes, I look in the trash can and I see poopy toilet paper. Yeah, the kind you have to clean up after him. It's really, I go, are you wiping and then throwing it in the garbage? And he goes, in front of everybody, don't look at me. I don't even use toilet paper. Were you pooping in the metaverse? What is going on? You've gone digital? You just swipe left? We had a situation where the dog pooped in my daughter's room, and she's like, I know it was my little brother. And so she asked him, she goes, did you poop in my room? And he thinks about it and he goes, when? Yeah, I pooped in your room. Taking credit like for some mafia organization. Yeah, I pooped in your room. And if I don't get it back, it's by Tuesday. you're going to be sleeping with the poops. I'm going to tell Jimmy we had this conversation. I'm like, why did you say that? And he's like, I don't know, maybe it's me, maybe I'm messed up. I'm like, well, it was funny. And he's like, what, you think I'm here to entertain you? And the things this kid says, first day of school. So those of you who don't have kids, this during COVID, we had Zoom class, or later what we called Cobra Kai. But the first day it was Zoom, and the teacher's like, hey, Roy, I have an accent. I'm a little bit different. Does anybody know where I'm from? And he looks at my son, and he goes, you there? You know where I'm from? My son goes, Geico? Straight A kid. Yeah. And I come home, and he has a picture of a boy and a girl. And I'm like, that's awesome. Like, who's that? And he goes, that's me, and that's my girlfriend in college. I'm like, okay, so you're going to college. And he's like, no, we're going to the movie. She's picking me up in 10 minutes. You guys ready for your next comic? Special treat. This guy's amazing. He was on the Kevin Hart City. He's been on Comedy Central. Give it up for Mario Hodge.
We represent the Lollipop Guild.
Give it up for the host. Give it up for Nicole Taylor. It's a pleasure to be in front of all these white people. Feel like I'm in court. Have y'all noticed that since COVID happened, homeless people have been kind of different now? They've been picky. No, they've been picky. Like they think they're privileged. Like this guy asked me for some money, and I'm like, I'm feeling good. I'm gonna go ahead and give him $20. So I gave him $20. He didn't trust me. He held it up in the sun. And then he marked it with a pen. Where did you get that pen from? You homeless. Things have changed a lot too, man. Because of the Obama phones, they don't even hang out. Homeless people don't even hang out on the corners no more to ask for change. They inbox me for some change on Facebook. So how'd you get my information? But yeah, anybody, are you guys still appreciative of your parents? Do you still respect your parents? Are you still scared of your parents? Oh, that's your dad. That's good. That's good. That's great. That's good. That's great. Yeah, I'm still scared of my mother. I'm 49 years old, and my mother is 79. So I will not cuss in front of her. I will not say anything disrespectful to her. You got to respect your parents at all times. Matter of fact, I wrote something on Facebook the other day, and my mother came on my page. She said, I didn't raise you like that. Don't you ever talk like that, ever to anybody. So I couldn't cuss my own mother out, you know. So what I did was I logged into my other page with the fake name. Came back on there and said, listen, you stupid old lady, you need to leave Mario Hodge alone. He's not bothering nobody. She called me up and said, you need to black that guy. Not knowing it was me. Oh, man. I recently went to a funeral. My friend, he died. He was a midget. That was the shortest funeral service I've ever been to in my life. He had a little casket, the smallest casket I ever seen. You know, if we die, we have like 6 to 8 pallbearers. He only had 1 pallbearer because the casket was so small. They carried him like a bag of groceries and just walking. He wanted to be cremated, so they put him in an air fryer. Y'all going to hell. I'm from Oakland, California. If anybody cares. Yeah. Don't be so proud of that.
I'm proud.
Oakland, you'll get robbed in Oakland, California. You ever heard of the term called bipping? Listen to it. If you got kids, there's a term called bipping. I don't know if you ever heard of this, but what they do is they break your window. Don't leave nothing in your car. They break your window and take everything out of your car within seconds. Me and my wife was driving around Oakland, Lake Mary, and she seen a Wingstop, and she was like, "Babe, let's go to the Wingstop." I said, "Sure, let's go." I'm like, "I'm gonna go in the order. You coming?" She's like, "No, just order for me." So I go in there, order. They break my window and took my wife. I came back outside, there was glass everywhere. I called her on the phone and said, "Babe, where you at?" She said, "I'm with a real man right now." Get the divorce papers ready. Yeah, it's time, man. It's #1 city for robbery, Oakland, California. They'll rob you when they don't care. Me and my son got robbed together by a sister. She had some stilettos on, a nice skirt, nice blouse, and a pink ski mask on. This is how I knew she was ghetto, because she had her fake eyelashes glued on the outside of her ski mask. She pulled her gun out. She said, "Break yourself, sucker." I said, "Please don't kill me. I got kids." She said, "Fool, I know, we got kids together." This ended up being my own wife. It's hard times out here, boy. Then I got robbed by somebody that was deaf. Imagine that. Imagine getting robbed by somebody that was deaf. This dude, I don't know sign language, I don't know nothing. He pulled a gun on me and handed me a note at the same time. Right? So I took the note and opened it. It said, "Give me everything you got right now, don't say a word to me." I'm confused. But I looked at the note and I noticed the note was written in pencil. So I said, this is my chance to communicate with him, because he had a pencil behind his ear. So I took the pencil from behind his ear and I erased everything on a piece of paper. Handed it back to him. He opened up and read it and said, "Please don't kill me. I got a family to provide for." He got upset, snatched the pencil back from me, erased everything that I had on a piece of paper, wrote what he had to write to me and handed it back to me. I opened up and read it. It said, "I don't want to hear all that." How is that possible? And he even stole my earphones. I didn't have no Beat by Dre's. I had some Beat by Jose's. I bought them in the Mexican community. It was a little cheaper, you know. Man. Oakland is off the hook, man. It's a really different atmosphere. Anybody ever been to that zoo?
It's actually a great zoo.
You think so?
I think it's a
Yeah,
great zoo.
you wasn't born and raised in Oakland then like me.
Better than San Francisco zoo. 100% better than San Francisco.
I'm sure. I'm pretty sure. They probably got some transgender monkeys over there. In San Francisco zoo. Yeah.
You got real monkeys in there.
Yeah, we got real monkeys. The monkeys in the Oakland Zoo, they smoke Newports. One asked me for a cigarette one day. I'm like, are you serious? Now, my kids ain't talked to me since I took them to that zoo. They ain't talked to me in 6 months. They said that's the worst zoo. They have the same, I'm 49 years old, they had the same animals in there since I've been 2. Yeah, they had a kangaroo in there with a C-section scar on her stomach. They had a giraffe with a neck brace on. A lion with a George Jefferson hairstyle. He couldn't even roar until he put his voice box to his neck. You must love, you an animal lover?
Yeah, not as much as those two.
Oh, not too.
They love it. Yeah.
See, that's the kind of thing, I like that, because you can't, like, if you get into a argument with you love animals so much, like if I told you, I can't stand you, you wouldn't even get mad at me if I said that. But if I said, I can't stand you and your dog, you want to fight then, because right, because the dog is more important than human. So I always tell black people, if you're going to drive safely, put a dog in the car with you. White people will come to your rescue then. sad truth, man. Yeah, but have y'all seen that they hiring anybody at Walmart? You ever been to Walmart lately? They hiring anybody at Walmart, like the people that check your receipts.
My sisters.
Man, you must got Tourette. You been popping out saying anything during the whole show. But the people that check your receipts, they Walmart will hire anybody. I seen a dude in a hospital bed. He was checking receipts. How did he get a job? He was checking his post. Before he died. Oakland is amazing. The rent is so high in Oakland, California, man. It's crazy. $2,500 for a one-bedroom apartment. They don't even come with a stove and a refrigerator. Like you gotta buy you a George Foreman grill or something, you know. But it's crazy. I moved out because of the high prices. My friend said, I'm staying here for gentrification. They ain't gonna move me out. I'm staying here. So he worked 2 jobs to buy for himself, to afford his rent. So he don't work 2 jobs. He don't get off one and go to another one. He worked 2 jobs at the same time. He worked for UPS and he got the Uber sticker in the window. So he drive and pick up packages at the same time. Pick up people, man. It's crazy. I don't know. Have anybody ever? I struggled in lifetime. So anybody ever dealt with Rent-A-Center before? No, Rent-A-Center will come in, if you were late in the payment, Rent-A-Center will take everything. They will come in your house and take everything, stuff that don't even belong to them. Like I got a picture of the Last Supper. They came and took the table off the picture. Jesus was on the floor with his cups and food. I said, this is crazy, man. That don't belong to y'all. This is amazing time, man. Who like R&B music? Anybody still like R&B? Yeah. I'm gonna see how old school you are. Who still listen to CDs in their car? You do. Don't be ashamed. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that because that's your own music. That's what you enjoy. You like to play it over. Now, as a man with that's a gentleman. He got a slow song CD that got the best songs on it for when his girl get in the car or any kind of woman get in the car. You don't play that slow song. But what's the downside of a CD? They skip and they scratch at the favorite part of your song when you're getting into it. You know, you could be a man. We can't sing, ladies, but let me tell you something. When a song is on, we point to you guys and let you know that this song is about you. So I put the CD in, I put some Jodeci on, put it on. Come and talk to me, I really want to meet you, girl. I really want to know your name, yeah. Oh, come and talk to me, I really want to meet you, girl. I really want to know your name. You look so sexy, you really turn me on, turn me on, turn me on, turn me on, turn me on. Skipping! Right when it's getting good. What do black folks do though? We take it out and lick it and rub it on our clothes. To fix it. We'll put it back in. To us, we fixed it. But we smart, we gonna skip that song and go to the next one. Don't worry about it, baby, I got it. Second song. I give you the sun, the rain, the moon, the stars, and the mountains. I give you the world and all that you ask for, and even more. Girl, I love you, world, and what can you show? My love is pure. I climb the highest mountain, swim the widest sea. Nothing could discourage me. And I'll pray that you will be always there for me forevermore. Oh, ready or not. Hey, yo. I'll give you everything. Oh!
Beautiful voice.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. times are changing, man. And don't even worry. I mean, I'm not trying to judge nobody because I love everybody, but you know, everybody turning gay now. You can't cancel me. I ain't got nothing to cancel. But I went to Atlanta, and if you ever been to Atlanta, oh my God, they haven't got nothing on San Francisco. Atlanta is a totally different beast. Like, I didn't even know Muslims can be gay until I went to Atlanta. No, I'm a Muslim, and I didn't know that Muslims can be gay. I've never met a gay Muslim in my life. I went to Atlanta, I seen a Muslim brother, and I was like, Assalamu alaikum, brother. He's like, wa alaikum assalam. I said, you're in the wrong religion. You need Jesus. I was not expecting that. And they got these transgenders everywhere now. And some of them are cute. I'm not even gonna front. Some of them look good. You can't tell if they're men or women. But you're a nice handsome brother, man, so I gotta teach you something, man. You gotta learn this from me. You go in the club out in San Francisco or anywhere, you gotta be sure, you know what I'm saying? You don't know if that's a man or a woman. So what I do, I act like the prince of Cinderella. I'm like, that's a nice looking woman, I'm gonna ask her to dance, but before I ask her, I take off my shoe and ask her to try it on. If she wears a size 13, that is a man. I dodged the bullet. And ladies, quit thinking. Here's one thing: if you wear makeup, put makeup on to the point where your dog will remember you when you come back home. I went on a date, and she was, I'm running late, so she got in my car. She put her makeup on inside the car while we was on our way to go have dinner in a movie. Now, she does is we get back, I drop her, have a nice day, I drop her off back to her house. Her dog wouldn't let her back in the gate. It was growling and barking at her. Luckily, I had some baby wipes, and I wiped it off. And the dog started wagging his tail like, okay, I remember you. That's my master. And stop thinking that filters make you look better, ladies. It doesn't. When you're on your phone, if you ugly, you just gonna be ugly. Nothing can save you. Nothing. I keep telling my sister this all the time. Now we got the same mother but different dad. She looked just like her daddy, right? Like, I said, if a guy dates you, he gotta be bisexual. She looks exactly like her father. Anyway, let me show you. I can prove it that. Put this on here. As you can see, I'm the ugliest lady in here. So I put on a filter. I'm still the ugliest lady in here tonight. Filters does not work. And ladies, stop wearing lace front wigs if you got a big forehead. Or don't comb your hair backwards if you got a big forehead. I'm going to show you what you look like in public to us when your forehead is big. You see how you look when you're on the bar? Look how you look on the bar when you're sideways. That's the truth, man. That's crazy. And okay. One of the things I love beautiful black women. I love all women. I haven't dated a white woman before. You know, white women are beautiful to me too, but I just have never dated y'all before. Well, I'll take that back. I did date one time, but she was racist. And she didn't know she was racist. Sometimes white people don't know that they're racist. Y'all say things and you have to point it out. You know what I'm saying? So she called me up. She was like, "Sir, you want to go out on a date?" And I was like, "Sure. I got to shave and get dressed first." She said, "You can come over my house and do this." I was like, "Okay, well, first date, invite me over. This might be the one." So I go over. I ask where the bathroom at. She says the bathroom. I go in there and shave. What do all men do when they finish shaving? Put aftershave lotion on or alcohol. I see alcohol on her bathroom counter. I grab the alcohol, grab some tissue, pour the alcohol in the tissue, start wiping my face down. She busts in the bathroom. No. You ain't got to use tissue. I got cotton balls. So she handed me the cotton balls. So I grabbed one. She's like, "You can grab more than one." I grabbed another one. I said, "Wait a minute. She got me picking cotton." White people would be nervous to laugh at that. You can laugh, white folks. It's the truth, man. I'm gonna leave y'all with this because I gotta go. We gotta stop thinking that, everybody in here vaccinated? Can I say that? Yeah. Okay, I'm the only one that's stupid. No, it's just that I'm not worried about it. I just don't trust it. Like, I'm not getting it until Welch's grape juice make it. You know what I'm saying? Welch's grape juice ain't never killed nobody else. Or Campbell soup or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They got the wrong people making it for me. But anyway, the pandemic is real. Be careful, but we losing focus of things that's going around the world because all we doing is worrying about COVID. Black people and brown people and people of color are still getting killed by the police, and we ignoring that. Here's the thing that the police haven't killed yet. They haven't killed nobody gay because let me tell you why they don't want them problems. Gay people don't play that. They'll fight to the finish, and an officer will go to jail if you kill somebody gay because they fight. That's why I respect them so much because of that. Now, what I'm trying to say is, if you are a man in here and you ain't gay, learn how to act gay in 2022. To stop you from the police killing you. You know what I'm saying? If you white, you don't have nothing to worry about. But here's the thing. I got pulled over today coming here to entertain you guys. I'm from Oakland, California. I don't got no license or registration. I knew I was wrong, you know what I'm saying? But this officer was really very mean, and the way he talking to me, he had his hand on his gun. And I'm nervous. He said, "Give me your ID." I said, "It's in my glove department. Can you get it? Because I don't want to get shot." So he goes, gets it, and he go for my license. That's when I got ready for him, you guys. I said, I want to go home to my wife and kids. I want to see my wife and kids again. So I'm not going to die tonight. I'm going to live to see another day. I can't believe you still got a straight face. You're looking at me like, that's my type.
A little too straight, what can I say?
So, he walked up to the car. When he walked to the car, I said, "Oh my God, you're so cute." I said, "Look at your little gun. Pew, pew, pew." That's my time, you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much, man.
Give it up for Mario Hall. Yeah. A little public service that we do for you. Anybody leaving, this is for anybody leaving with the ugliest lady in the bar. That's just a little sanitizer gel for you. Was he not smooth? Like, yeah. And Ryan, give it up. And this is like my life, right? Like, I look at Mario when he's out here singing to you, and he's like so smooth, and I'm like, bro, I can do that, you know? And it ends up going like this, like, "Hey, you there. Do you like juice boxes? We could have fun with your dog. Why don't you come on by? You can bring him too." Wow, okay. Sorry, girls, I'm taken. Okay, great. Did you guys notice there's candies all over?
Yes,
You got,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
This is, we just need you awake, okay? When you guys, the next time, and you're not gonna believe me, next time you pick up Skittles, okay, you're gonna see on the back, it'll say natural flavoring, all right? And I know you guys aren't gonna believe me, you're gonna Google it. Natural flavoring, if you look it up, actually is beaver anus glands.
Non-vegetarian.
Totally. Now, what I want to know is the first time that was discovered. Like these two cowboys sitting around a campfire like, hey, Ray, you know that beaver anus we was eating the other day? Doesn't that just taste exactly like a Starburst fruit chew? Okay. So a little bit about me. I actually am losing my hearing a little bit. Yeah. So thank you. That's the punchline. I'm handicapped. That's a good one. That's the best line you said all night. Give it up for the Republican from Arkansas, ladies. He's there. Yeah, I was diagnosed with hearing loss, I think it was in 1812, so maybe I might have heard that wrong. That was before. Yeah. What? I wear hearing aids now that go inside my ear. I used to wear the ones that go outside my ear, but the problem is when someone sees a hearing aid, they talk to you like you're trapped in a fishbowl. Hey there! Would you like a potato on your sandwich? I'm like, I'm wearing a hearing aid. I'm dealing with the issue. And why would I want a potato on my sandwich? And I'm like, okay, I get it. We're trying to help people. I think I know how it works. So I'm going to go to someone with glasses, dealing with the problem. But I'm going to help him out. Hey there! You see me over here? Or go come up with an oxygen tank. And I'm going to be like, you getting enough air down there? There! And some people, like, they don't even, they try to be super helpful, and they try to talk to you with sign language. There's two problems with that. Yeah. What? That's my line, bro. Come on. The first problem is, I don't know sign language. The second one is, neither do they. You taking the bus home? Is that a gang sign, or you want me to steal second base? What do you? Would you like some sushi? Not from the Republican from Arkansas. Yeah, and here, does anyone else hear lost their hearing? You can hear what I'm saying right now? Okay, all right, let's move on. It sneaks up on you, so just be prepared, right? My wife is like, you say what all the time? I think you need to go to the doctor. And I'm like, well, in my defense, you say a lot of words when I'm not even paying attention. Didn't know that was on the hearing test, honey. And I go into the doctor. I knew right away that I needed hearing aids. Because they go in there like, okay, Mr. Tavish, you know, here, put the Stevie Wonder ear on, and then talking to you normally. And then I get out, and they're like, okay, you need to pay and go see Dr. Sam Rich. Why would I want a potato on my sandwich?
What's wrong with the potato?
I call up my best friend, and I'm like, dude, I just found out I'm losing my hearing. And he goes, yeah, I knew that. I'm like, well, how did you know that? Is it because I say what all the time? And he goes, no. It's because you talk like this all the time. Thanks, best friend. You guys ready for your headliner? All right. I love this guy. He is a genius. He is one of the best guys that I know. Wrote the book, Grandpa's Cheese. Give it up for S.K. Morton.
tell her friends. Feel like I'm on Price is Right. $1, Bob?
It's true now.
She's a millennial.
Oh, they stepped all over my $1 Bob joke. Thank you. It's just like a haircut in Chinatown. What? That's not racist. I'm half Scottish. That's how much we pay for haircuts. All right, these knees aren't going to handle another show. I'm going to sit. I'm one of those comedians who likes silence, so this will be great. What? You're just like staring at me. What's that all about?
Sorry.
Okay, yeah. No, I want to thank everyone for coming here. It's very nice of you guys to be here to support the show. We had some really great comedians tonight. We'll go down the list, shall we? First, we got our host, Chris Tavish. One of my favorite funny people, Nicole Tran. And really someone who's way funnier than me, Mario Hodge. Don't like that. And that's going to be about it because I don't even feel funny tonight, frankly. Well, that's not true. I did have some curdled milk. I feel a little funny. But, thank you. No, for the most part, the next few minutes probably going to be pretty difficult for all of us to endure, really, if you think about it. I guess the most important thing you need to know is that my wife is black. You know what? That was refreshing. No applause for that. No, I say that a lot of people will applaud. I'm like, what are you applauding melanin? What is the deal here? I mean, it's not like I didn't try to scrub it off. It won't come on. You know, I just live with it. It's not my fault. No, I always make that joke. The fact of the matter is, she's a wonderful woman, and I make the jokes about people say, "Oh, you married her so that you can tell racist jokes," and I go, "Well, first of all, so what? And second of all, that's not why I married her. I married her because of my fetish." No, wait a minute. You heard it wrong. You read the sound fix? You heard that one wrong. No, I married her because she told me to, and you know how pushy black women are. Wow, the white ladies went nuts on that
And they did.
one. My goodness gracious. No, I just make racist jokes because I think it's ridiculous. You know, it's not a real thing. I mean, there's real racism out there, but people who are racist are just not thoughtful. They come up with these stupid stereotypes and things. Puerto Ricans do that. It drives me nuts. I think they really should stop. No, I married my wife because, well, I'm white, and she thought I had better credit. So I know that when I know I play a lot of chess, and I know you exploit your opponent's weakness, and when a woman that beautiful is that bad at reading a ledger, you lock that down too sweet, let me tell you. So that's how I married that lovely lady. That make up for the last show, sweetie? You know you have no lines, right?
I'm getting paid in laughter.
Oh boy, you're gonna go broke. Just so you know, I keep looking over on the right here. I made notes so I don't forget things. So let me try this joke. It bled. So how about that airplane food, huh? Well, no. Let's talk about how I think my wife's trying to kill me. Now, first of all, there's a couple reasons. First of all, she already has a date lined up for my funeral. And that's kind of a little disconcerting. Now, when I say date, You can take that one of two ways. You know, it could be a guy she's taken to the thing, or it could be the day I'm going to die. In this case, it works either way. You can, whatever you think there. I know that she refuses to convince me that everything in the house is safe to lick, so that's a little weird, if you ask me. But most importantly, this is why I'm very suspicious. Even for a black woman, she keeps the house what I refer to as perilously hot. I'll come home, and she's got this look like, why didn't you bring me home so early? It's the middle of August. She's got the thing all the way up, the thermostat all the way up. There's like steam on the windows. I cross the threshold, my nose immediately starts to run. Living with her is like eating soup, is what I'm trying to say. But she takes care of me. Don't you, sweetie? Yeah. She wants so bad to be up here and correct everything I'm saying. Oh, I like your laughs. That's good. I'm an orphan. Yeah. No, that's true. I recently lost both my parents fairly close together. And, I'm not trying to bring the room down. Sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up. Of course, it might be interesting if I told you how I did it. Oh, I'm just joking around. They died of natural causes. If you poison someone, naturally, they're going to die. But now here's the thing. I learned something when my parents died, and this is important for everyone to know. You really need to talk to your parents, tell them thank you, mostly thank you. They've done so much for you. I regret, because my dad died first, and it didn't hit me. So I didn't say anything to my mom, and then she died, and I realized I really should have sincerely thanked them, each of them, for marrying someone with a chin. Because, we've all seen that. People with two parents, no chin, that is not attractive. And the thing is, I know I got a lot of chins, but they're connected to a master chin. So, I can move, I can make faces. But someone who's got a couple chins and they're not connected to a master chin, you might as well be throwing a pebble into a pond of flesh. It's just so unattractive. But they're getting older. The whole show I've been hearing one laugh. Not while I'm up here. Now all of a sudden she's subdued. I fell the other day. All right. I think we found her wheelhouse. She's great. She laughs at everything that hurts me. The problem is I'm getting older. By the way, how old do you think I am? How do I look? How old do I look?
78.
You know what? I gotta stop asking that question. Every time I ask in real life, people think I'm in my 30s. I'm 52 next month.
Whoa!
Yeah, but everything's going. Not the least of which is my brain. Here's proof. Who are you people? And what are you doing in my living room?
Chocolate milk.
Oh, yes. Chocolate milk. You want me to riff? All right. Clearly our delegate from North Dakota doesn't want to hear about my age. I fell. You thought I forgot. No, I was talking about how I fell, and the problem is this was like the first time I fell like an adult. Children fall, it's like the animator just got tired. He's like, he's up, now he's down. There's nothing in between. And of course you're like, wait, is he going to cry? Okay, he's up. All right, he's good, we're fine. But when an adult falls, especially one over 50, it makes you question your faith. Really, it's not like it's a matrix. And the look on their face is like, why is this happening to me? That's what I'm going through now. I'm aging, I'm in pain. I got this thing with my face and blood. I wake up every morning My pillowcase looks like it's been used to clean up a crime scene. I don't know what's going on. There's no marks on my face. But there's blood everywhere. Like a head bandage from Normandy. I don't know what happened, sweetie. It's no fun. It really isn't. And that's the thing. My wife, she does take care of me because she takes me to the doctor. My doctor's here tonight. She'll verify this. She's not trying to save my life. It's not like at the hospital. You know, they take the emergency room, okay, we can patch him up good as new. That's not what this doctor does. She's just trying to keep me on the road a little longer, is all it is. She's like a Jaguar mechanic. She'll say to my wife, I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can, but this year's model, you're going to have to expect some leaks. That's what you get out of me. But yeah, I've got a lot of things wrong, not the least of which is my weight. I know I've got weight problems. I did my best for this show. I actually lost some weight for the show. Yeah, that was nice. Thanks. In that, I pee when I get nervous. So, but no, I got this tapeworm, and he just won't do his job. I'm so tired of it. So I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get IBS. It's awesome. You know what's great about IBS? It's as effective as bulimia, but you don't have to worry about your tooth enamel. I'm from California. Yeah, and that's the thing. I went to a bulimia support group, which is mostly just people holding each other's hair back. And so, do we have some bulimics in the audience? They're the white women. And that's the thing. Let me make this clear. Yes, my wife is a beautiful black woman. That doesn't mean I don't like white women. She happened to be that we were very compatible. I would have married a white woman. If I had had even the slightest interest in hiking. And I'll be honest, I checked out the Asian ladies for a while, but kind of got tired of convincing them I was interested in the cello. So the only thing was left was Latinas, and they carry knives, so I ended up with a black lady. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I'm fat. You thought I forgot, didn't you? Yeah, so it's the problem is the sugar. That's right. I have a sugar addiction. You're just gonna have to live with it. Keep taking my co-pays. My wife treats my sugar addiction like she's the wife of a cheating politician. She's like, look, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want it in the house. And I don't want you to embarrass me. And that's it, and she lets me go with it. So I go where all of us guys go that are likened to that. Midnight, Wendy's parking lot. You'll see, anyone drive by Wendy's parking lot at midnight, you'll see there's like these cars spouting around, and then a little dome light, and guy eating his Frosty. Oh boy, she'll never know. And she gets in the car, and there's chocolate on the steering wheel. But I'm working on it. You know, there's one thing. I got diabetes. Did I say that right? Diabetes? Is that the right way to say it? How do you say that word?
Yeah, diabetes is good, yeah.
Diabetes is good.
Yeah.
And how many years do you have to go to college to become a doctor? Diabetes. I'm putting my life in Wilford Brimley's hands here. There you got the diabetes. Is this your husband?
Yes.
Yes? Does she shave that mustache that Wilford Brimley has? I've never seen her like that.
Did
She
it
wears
work?
suspenders around the house?
Yeah.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm worried. Diabetes.
Yeah.
She'll tell me, you got diabetes. I tell her, Doc, don't worry about the diabetes. I'm going to fix it with my diet, like the Chinese do, or the Japanese. Or my good friend Nicole Tran, she's one of the Vietnamese. And I asked her about her diet. She says, well, we eat a lot of, well, she doesn't talk like this. She doesn't talk like Wilford Brimley. It'd be interesting if she did, though. She says, if you don't want diabetes, you got to eat a lot of vegetables, like carrots and piz. Yeah, piz and carrots for diabetes. But it can't be regular piz. It's got to be sweet piz. And you don't ever eat frozen sweet piz. The Vietnamese never frizz their sweet piz. Which is ironic because they do frizz their asparagus. Thank you for drinking. No, so I thought I'd go vegan, but then I found out you can't eat honey because it comes from the biz. You know, up in the triz. Yeah. I can do this all night. It's my area of expertise. No, actually, I'm making jokes. I got to be careful because a lot of people have it. And if you do have this dreaded disease, or more importantly, if you don't have it, you should get down on your knees. Thank God that this bit's over. I think what we can all get from this is I am out of shape. I couldn't even be homeless. I say that. Have you ever seen a homeless person with their shirt off? Ripped. They all got bodies like Iggy Pop. A lot of them look like Iggy Pop, actually. I think one might be Iggy Pop. But no, it's true. I compare how my mom used to tell if someone was healthy. She'd ask I don't feel good. Have you had a BM? Maybe you should have a BM. Have you had a BM? Have a BM. Well, I live in San Francisco, and I know that the homeless people have had a BM. They're in great shape. If I was homeless and did something like that, you think COVID's shutting the city down? FEMA would be everywhere. They'd be looking for patient zero. Oh, you can put that in the file, Doc. Anyway. Yeah, the homeless. People get a little angry at me, I make fun about it, but the thing is, I think they're doing way better than me. First of all, they're up at the crack of dawn. You go driving around San Francisco 4 in the morning, there's homeless people everywhere. Out trying to, I guess, early bird getting the worm, Probably in a bottle of mezcal, or they could be, wrestling with a, what kind of birds do we have in San Francisco? Oh yeah, pigeons. Yeah, wrestling with a pigeon. I ruined that one. All I know is that homeless people seem determined to get worms. That's... All right. What I'm really trying to say is, where's my free soup? No, you misheard me again. No. I told you my parents died, right? Laugh. We're recording this. I'm going to cut the parent stuff out, but we're going to keep the laughs. Okay, we have any men in here with children? Actually, women can have children too, I've heard. Who's got kids? 1, 2. Yeah, has anyone, you clap in a we'll call it club. Wow, that's a lot of kids. Do you like them? Because I got to tell you, when my kids were first born, when they were real little, great, fine little tax deductions. But then you find out you got to start raising them. And you got to pay for their food, you got to pay for their schooling, well, and you got to pay for clothes, and you got to burn them with cigarettes when they displease you, and the whole thing just becomes a big hassle. So I complain a lot about having kids. They're adults now, because I know how young I look. 72, but I was pretty young when I had them. And that's the thing. When I was in my early 20s, I didn't give a lot of thought to parenting. You know, that is funny. Hold on a second. Close with the word parenting. The only thing I thought about parenting was the, how portion of the equation. That one I was into, focused, just laser focused on the how to become a parent part. My wife, on the other hand, was into more of the ends justify the means. All right, well, that's good so far. All right. I guess she didn't think he was ugly. No, my wife always wanted kids. Well, I guess as far as I know, all the way back to the womb, when she devoured her twin. And hey, I didn't do it. So, what happens eventually, one day I'm getting ready for work, and she walks in and she says, she gives me the news. Apparently, the rabbit died. And that's the way they used to say it there. You're familiar with the term, the rabbit died?
No.
This is really freaking me out. My doctor went, Seriously, no one has ever heard that term? Come on, someone's got to have heard that term.
The rabbit done died.
The rabbit done died. Exactly. That was Steven Tyler and Aerosmith. Yes, the rabbit done died. What that meant is in the olden days, the form of checking to see if someone is pregnant is they would take the...
Oh.
I'm sorry we woke you. They would take some sort of fluid from the mother. They would inject it into the rabbit. And then... You guys don't even need me, do you? I see the Montreal hat. Are you from Canada?
No.
Oh, okay, good. Because I don't know how to speak metric. So, all right. So anyway, we're talking about the dying rabbit, which we didn't even use a rabbit, by the way. We used the African clawed frog. I'm not even going to ask you if you've heard of that one. But the point is, they would kill the rabbit because they have to check its ovaries after they've injected it. With the African clawed frog, they didn't need to kill the frog, because apparently these little hussies will show you their ovaries with no qualms. Just so you know, the last show laughed way harder at that one. I don't know if I want to do it. So anyway, we're pretty sure she was pregnant because we did the test that you take at home where you put the thing in the stream of the morning urine.
Yeah.
Not like the sad urine, in the morning. Oh, woe is me, I'm urine. I was once Rondo.
Very sad.
Oh, well, you got it in you.
I figured you knew about the rabbit, you know about Rondo.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what happens. We find out she's pregnant because you have a little red line if you're pregnant and a little blue one if you're not pregnant. And so ours was purple. So I was like, to the frog! And that's how we found out that she was going to have a baby. Also, got a million laughs last crowd. I had to pull it away to the frog. I got animated. So anyway, now she's pregnant. Now, I'm supposed to be happy about this. Because, this is serious now. I got up. I got the thing in my hand. I'm supposed to be happy, and everyone's like, oh, it's so great. Childbirth is beautiful. It's the most beautiful thing. This is my uncle talking like this, by the way. It's so wonderful. Now here's the thing. I love my kids and everything, but childbirth is not beautiful. If you think childbirth is not beautiful, you haven't been there. You had kids. Were you there for their birth? Yeah, see, I think I should. I wasn't there at your kid's childbirth. But at mine, it was gross. Disgusting. So I didn't call it beautiful. I just called it a bloody miracle. That's what my kid's thing was. So now we got to prepare for this. Well, what's the first thing you do? You go to Lamaze, right? And at Lamaze, which I don't even believe in. I mean, I used it, the whole thing. Yes, it's a little useful, but it's mostly propaganda. You know, because you're just getting you ready for something you really don't want to do.
Yeah.
I know our instructor, she would pass around a bunch of white silk scarves and a bottle of sake and yell, "Bonsai! Bonsai!" So, I know. World War II suicide is so plagued with comedians. But, all right, so we're doing this. We're doing the Lamaze, and they have some basic, not basic rules, but basic tenets within Lamaze. For instance, they say the very first thing. This one is not going to land. This is like a Malaysian airliner. So you like topical stuff? Is your husband Malaysian? Because he looks upset. It's okay, we'll find him. Anyway. You people are sick!
Because they're laughing.
Oh my goodness. No, so the first tenet is, I've already forgotten the first tenet now. Here, let me look at this. No, the first tenet is that you should let the labor begin on its own. Let the labor will start when it's ready to start. Which makes a little sense, you know, because a happy employee is an autonomous employee. Should I wait? All right, no labor law jokes anymore. Okay, so the next one. My doctor did not get the play on words. This is really worrying me. Oh, man.
Did you get the plan?
So, and then there's another one. They say during labor, let the mother move around, go for walks, maybe change of scenery and things, which meant my child was almost born at a dog track. That was, fortunately for me, she hit the trifecta in the first race, so we were able to whisk her back to the hospital. There was also a thing about a doula. You know, consider having a doula for support. Now, look, I'm not a doctor, but I thought that's what maternity bras were for. And they say, no, you're there to support the wife, and it's just, just to be there. Now, here's the thing. The guy walks in. If he's just there to support the wife, what's with the banaka ahead of time, And his name wasn't even doula, so I don't even know what they're talking about. That's a visual for the record. Hey, let's make everyone think I did something funny. People are sheep. Anyway, and I can't remember the last thing, plus this bit isn't going over very well, so we'll move right on from the live. The last thing, okay, there we go. Time for another drink. But they did teach you to have the go bag. You have the go bag thing, right? Why does that shock you?
New subject.
Go bag. Now they say to put in the go bag, there's a couple things you need. First of all, you want to have the mother have a change of clothes afterwards, something very comfortable. And then you want to have, loose fitting is the bigger thing, but loose fitting. Then also some things can happen after the pregnancy, so they also say to have some feminine napkins. Not as loose fitting, hopefully. And then, you got a baby coming, so bring diapers. So I packed some diapers in there. At the Lamaze class, learn what can happen to a woman during labor, so I brought adult diapers as well. We got the whole family pack. That was there. And then we had this beautiful, you're going to love it, it's just this, because you're a girl. This beautiful little baby blanket we packed. It was made of burlap. It was just, we got it from this romantic trip we took to Idaho. And So we got that. We got reading material, and we got the music. Nice soothing music. So the day comes. It's a Saturday. Totally blew my weekend. I'm laying in bed. My wife's in the shower. She says, "My water broke." I say, "How did you know?"
That's a valid question.
Well, you see, she was in the shower.
I get it, but that's not how it works, so.
Oh boy. Now all of a sudden she's educated. Okay, good. Sweetie, you're looking for new doctors, right? So I run and I grab the bag and it's really light. And I look in there, there's nothing in there anymore. What happened? Oh, I really wanted my comfortable sweats. Like, what about the other stuff? She says, "Oh, there's no burlap in here. There's no CDs. I said, "Well, I was watching Martha Stewart and she was making a bird feeder out of jewel cases. And I thought the garden would be nice." I'm like, okay, great. So now I got to repack the thing. And we're in a rush. Her water broke. So then she gets mad at me when she sees what I packed. And frankly, I don't think I'm in the wrong here. A nice little red satin nightie? I thought that she would like that after having, I mean, wouldn't that make her feel attractive and thus valuable? So, I make those jokes, but you know what the truth is? I think women are better than men. That's not a joke. I really believe. Yeah, woo, yeah, exactly. Oh, it wasn't you. It was the. I mean, think about it. They're harder workers. They're more conscientious. They're always sending out gift cards and things like this. They tend to be smarter. It's just crazy. They can't put it all apart. So anyway, back to the rush job. We got to get to the hospital. So I'm driving really fast, and admittedly, it was probably a little too fast. And driving in and out, swerving. And she's in the back seat. "You're gonna kill us!" And we get into the hospital parking lot where there's the speed bumps, and I'm going over them, and yeah, we're jostling. There's some bumping. There's some noises and things coming out of the car. She's worried, but when we get right to the top, we got like 3 nurses coming right. Not to the top, the front door. 3 nurses running out to us. I'm like, yeah, this is pretty good. I got some good HMO here, right? But then I noticed they're paying no attention to my wife. They're spending all their time trying to pry the guy out from the front of my grill. He had like a head wound and a cast and things like that. And they're just focusing on that. I mean, sure, it's entertaining. But I had to get my wife inside, so I, pulled his wheelchair off one of my fender, and I got my wife on there. Whisked her off to the maternity ward, which was awesome, by the way. This particular place, we got our own room, and it wasn't like a small room. It was a big, spacious room, and wallpaper, and like paneling, and it was just great. And so we set up in there, and after a couple hours, my wife's like, "Well, when can I get in the bed?" I'm like, "Hey, I work for a living." Okay, so fine. She gets the bed now. She gets in, and I'm off to find the thing the fathers are supposed to find, ice chips. So I'm doing that. Get back a couple hours later. There was a Wendy's nearby. When I get there, my mother-in-law is there. I'm not going to tell mother-in-law jokes. I actually really loved my mother-in-law. Except in this case, she's just like ordering the doctors around. She's ordering this side of her that I had never seen before. I refer to it as her homicide. And she would, and then I come in, "Oh, it's him, It's too cold. It's him. It's too hot." She questions the species of my parents. So she relegates me to just the foot rubbing. That's what I'm in charge of now. And of course, that puts me to sleep. When I wake up, now the room's filled with more people. Now my mother's there. Her best friend is there with her baby in her arms. And then my best friend's father is there by himself. I don't know what I know he's got several cameras. And he's clicking away, and the medical people are running in and giving reports, and the whole time, my wife's in the stirrups, This guy's clicking the thing, and people talking, and they're going back. You know what it was like? It was like being at a press conference when a coal mine caved in. That's how it felt. I'll have to review that one.
Chilean.
So anyway, there's all this chaos going on. We have one. The midwife was the only one. She was awesome. Her name was Gina. I have nothing but wonderful things to say about her. In fact, she was Irish, but probably one of the good ones. So she shoos everybody out, and she just says, me, I get to stay. Even my mother-in-law, she went to go stretch her legs by way of goose step. And then, so it's me, and it's my wife, and it's Gina, and then just a single nurse. I assume she was single. I didn't see her ring. So it's just the four of us, and my wife's starting to really feel the pain. And she was determined to not take any drugs at first. But now we're about 24 hours into this, and she's just letting out howls that that they surround the earth, like Krakatoa-esque. They go around the earth and in the coming of Xenu. It's just, that's her screaming. She's howling and dogs are howling back. So Gina's going, you sure you don't want drugs? You sure you don't want drugs? And finally, she pulled out a burner phone. She called some Haitian. She called a Haitian guy with a fanny pack and a toothpick. Security won't let him in, so Gina talks her into an epidural. Now, for anyone who doesn't know what an epidural is, that is a needle they stick in your back. The person who, the people who do it probably tormented animals when they were children, and then they grow up, and then they like to do that after you hear a little pop in the back. But the pain subsided for my wife for a while there, which gave us all a break from her incessant agony. But then, of course, I found my Jell-O. That was great. That was the important part. Eventually, it wore off, and it was time. So, and this is where it gets pretty bad, because now the chaos starts again. Now we got nurses running, because my wife, before you see, the epidural had worn off. So she's screaming again. She's, holding on to my hand. She's just gripping it. Her teeth are clenched. She's just sweating, just pouring, almost blood coming out. It wasn't sexy, let me tell you. And so, and I don't want to let go because I know I'll hear about it later if I do. But the doctor's having me hold one of the legs, and then the other nurse was supposed to hold the other leg. But we don't know what happened to her, and all the chaos. She disappeared. So she brings in another one. Turns out she was hiding behind the EKG machine, and she was just like rocking, going, never get out of the boat. Gotta remember, never get out of the boat. So there's the two of us, and it's time to push, and we're standing there holding each with an ankle. We look like we're waiting for the starting gun at a lumberjack contest. And then I look down, and I see this slimy, purple blob.
Billy!
In a place that I had never seen a slimy purple blob. And I thought a slimy purple blob ought not be. I go, what is that? And Gina says, oh, that's the crown. And I go, crown? What tribe of tetrazoid eels is this kid going to be ruling over? A crown? And she's pushing and he's pushing, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to be involved with this. And then I'm looking away, I'm looking up. More chaos is going on like that, and Gina's like, I just can't get him out. We can't get past the head. So she goes for the salad tongs. So, the forceps, right? So she's in there, and she's just wrestling with the beast. She's going, she's determined. And, she's trying to, at the same time, calm my wife down with, calm, soothing ultimatums. And then she's pulling on that thing like that. And then finally, have you ever not stirred your pasta? You just threw it in there and let it boil. It turns into this clump. Just this gross, slimy clump. That's what my child looked like. As he came out of the birth canal, followed by what looked like beef bouillon. And all I could hear is, every time the door opens, save the placenta! I don't need this. So he blows up. Everyone's excited. He starts making, his little noises. He does his last, his gasp, gets the air, and everyone hears it. So people start coming in the room. First the grandmas, right? And it was funny, just like in a cartoon, just one head and another, you know. I assume the bodies were there, but we just saw the heads. And you know what they're dreaming of, just all the little trees they weren't gonna let them climb. And then comes in the grandfathers. And they have rosy cheeks, but they also had bourbon breath. So, anyway, I know what they were thinking about. They were thinking of all the food allergies they just say was coddling. And so they come in, and all these other people come in, and everyone's congratulating, everyone's so happy. And guys put their arm around me, and they're like, "Oh, you did a great job." And admittedly, I didn't do a whole lot. My wife was the one who did all the cheating. So, but it was a really special moment because the nurse comes over, and we had talked about baby names for a long time, but we never settled on one. And when the nurse comes over and says, "Okay, we got to give a name on the birth certificate," like all those names just went away. And we were just looking at this little baby, and his, the little toes that makes you just want to bite his toes, and fat little feet, and he had really big calves. I don't know all about that, but and just like coming up the whole body, all of his 10 toes and 10 fingers, and his little, like that, and his head was still like misshapen from the things like that. And so, what was really amazing is my wife and I, it was like in a movie, we both looked at each other at the same time. And we didn't say anything, but we just both knew. So, when we want to name the baby, forget all the other names, just look, and we do that like. And we look at the nurse, and at the same time, we both say, Gumby. All right, you should all be ashamed of yourself. You guys have a good time tonight? Good. Really appreciative of you guys coming out. And I'd like to bring up the other comics. If I can remember their names. All right, guys, you knew I was going to call you up here. And who's coming up first? Nicole Tran, everybody. I like that. She's so funny for a person of her stature, isn't she? And who else we got over there? Oh my goodness, Mario High. Look at that, the show. That's what we call him. And by we, I mean me and now. And you know what I'd like to do, just so you guys can, Nicole, can you tell us anything you want anyone to know about following you and that sort of thing?
Trời, nói gì đâu hiểu gì trơn, trời, nói nãy giờ không hiểu gì trơn á.
She's always stealing my material. Follow you on all the places, right?
Oh, I'm on Nicole Tran Comedy on Instagram.
That's right, but don't tell the authorities. And then Mario, tell everybody how to get or follow you.
You can follow me on Instagram at Mario Highs Comedy, and soon to be you can see my work on Netflix.
On Netflix! We got it there on Netflix! You're never going to remember it, are you? Yeah. And then a co-author I have with another book, and the great host we had tonight did a great job. One of my favorite people is Chris. Is that the name? Chris Pettis? Chris, tell everybody about all of your stuff.
I just got my own Netflix account. You can follow me on comediology.com. That's where you can find SK and my book, and I hope to hear from you guys. Thank you for coming out.
Yeah, thanks all of you guys. Stick around, have a good time, but thank you for being out. Oh, wait a minute! I messed up. Again. You guys should have some tickets with you with numbers on them, right? Did anyone not get their raffle tickets? You didn't get one? Okay, if she picks out the number 7, that'll be you. All right. Yes, sweetie, you have something to say. Okay. I have been teasing my doctor throughout the whole set tonight. And that's because it was justified. Now, Tammy thinks it would be great if you picked the numbers for us. All right? I don't know her first name. It's Cassidy's the last one. This is my Dr. Cassidy. She's here just in case I have a stroke tonight. But well, it was a joke. I would just work on the left side.
You made it.
Okay, so now, before you pick that number, we're going to pick two. The first person gets to decide which present they want. They can either get, and if they want the autograph, I'd be happy to do it, but I also don't want to be like, hey, here's my autograph. But if you want me to sign it for you, get a signed copy of Grandpa's Cheese, or you can take behind door number 1. All right? And then the second person we pull up gets the other prize. All right? So you're going to do the first number there, Dr. Cassidy. Never heard of rabbit death.
We got 808066.
All right, so would
Winner.
would you, I don't know what you're getting up for. Would you, yeah, you won, okay? Tonight's about me.
It's got a 10-minute routine.
So, would you like a book, or would you like what's behind door number 1?
Okay, I'll do door number 1.
Wow, this is supposed to be a book launch. Both winners went with door number 1. Okay, so we've got some Tim Lincecum socks for you. And some hand sanitizer. Okay, now, on Let's Make a Deal, that would be womp womp. Okay, so this is the person who gets the book. Apparently, it's not as much of a prize, but okay.
Right. 808079.
Hey! I know you. Okay, so you got to take the book.
You don't have a second door?
He's funnier than me. All right, thanks again, everybody. Have a great night.